Hello! Monsters Abound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 7 of my Khalida campaign. We've got a few things to get through, a bit of an itinerary for the start of this episode. So today is Thursday and I've hit 500 subscribers. How cool is that? I'd like to thank everyone who subscribed, and I'm pleased to say that the 500th subscriber, Ben Thompson of St Austell, who works opposite me and I think was bored of me whining that I was stuck on 499 for ages, has won a money can't buy prize of a Cadbury cream egg from the work canteen. Well, money can't buy unless you've got 50p, which is bloody steep for a Cadbury cream egg, considering that I'm sure they used to be a lot bigger. I mean, the one that I found, I could have inhaled that thing and not noticed. It's just tiny. Bloody Brexit. Never mind. Anywho, that's one. The second problem is that because I played this, I'm playing this on Thursday. Obviously, yesterday was Wednesday. Tomb Kings came out on the Tuesday, but I was at work. So Wednesday I played it. The recordings I've done up until now were all done on Wednesday, and that was me coming in completely blind. I'd never played the Tomb Kings before. I was learning as I was going, and for some reason, I don't know why, but I thought this Entombed Beneath the Sands was an ambush stance. It's not a bloody ambush stance. I mean, to be fair, it sounds a bit ambushy, doesn't it? I mean, it gives you Sand Veil, which is a hiding ability, Stalk, Unspottable, Vanguard deployment, but it's just an encampment stance, effectively. So I can't ambush anyone with that. And that brings me to my sort of next point, which is I've renamed Andreas to King Peter Andre because it amuses me, and I really need him to go into ambush stance, because then we might be able to get the Beastie Boys in here who are fighting for their right to party, while King Peter Andre here is trying to get close to a mysterious girl, which probably explains the number of restraining orders he currently has on him. The last point is that we currently have a delegation coming in from the Dune Kingdoms. I think they're a trifle upset about my latest territorial acquisition, but I'm sure that once we explain that we claimed Karsabar under the ancient rule of finders keepers, and they are the losers weepers, they'll be fine with that, I think. But you know, we might have to get into some diplomatic fisticuffs potentially. Okay, good to know. So this is our Tomb Prince here. I did kind of want to go and beat up these. Oh my god. Ushabti. It's Ushabti. I went on Google. Ushabti is how they say it. I went through they had like pronunciations. I listened to all of them. Ushabti. That's how you say it. I'm 90% sure. Good. So is that their king there?
My servant fails me.
I mean, they're all kings, really, aren't they? Is that their leader? Itu Bomb.
Keep your head bowed.
Yep.
Show me your reverence.
Itu Bomb. Thrall, is it? I don't bloody think so. Going to box your ears, mate. The other thing I'm thinking is maybe we should head down. I mean, there's a lot of territory down here, which is going to be incredibly easy to defend. And because obviously we like jungle, seems like it. I mean, I think that should probably be an objective. Well, we might look at doing that. We can resettle Qatar, and what I do want is, if we go to rights, if I can do the Great Incantation of Petra and get Petra's Necrotect, then I should be able to resettle Qatar as a level 3, which would be really useful. So we might do that. Okay, let's see what. In fact, what I want to do here is actually. Do I want to do that? Can you reach me? I think you could reach me if you march. I don't think you can reach me and engage. So we'll leave you in the not ambushing Entombed Beneath the Sands to get some replenishment, and then next turn we might end up with a big fight. But let's see how that goes. We also need to go up and get an agent into the Springs of Eternal Life, because that's the next part of our Snecky McSneck face staff, and we do want the Snecky McSneck face staff. Nope, you're running. We did declare war on them, so I was hoping they would come and attack Peter, but apparently they've gone elsewhere. Right, these guys. Okay, you're garrisoning that. You're just sort of oh my god, they've got 3 arms. Okay. Okay. Fine. They have 3 I mean, oh well, I mean, you know, it could be worse.
Ready?
Right, Desket, can you assault?
We are their knight.
No. No, you can't. You good job, you. That's top. Yeah. Okay. Well, what you got? You come up here. There we go. We completed that quest. Looks like we got a quest battle over there. So when Khalida enters Asaf's shrine, a scene of desecration greets her. Thousands of snake bones litter the cave floor, and the spring water is befouled by necromancy. The source of the corruption, a black orb, lies upon the altar of Asaf. In rage, Khalida bellows in fury and shatters the artifact, then curtly orders her priestesses to prepare a rite of purification. As their intonations fill the cavern, the corrupted waters turn pure again, and the serpents emerge from the crevices to form a withering carpet. Khalida hears the voice of Asaf stronger now. The beauty of my shrine is restored, but vengeance is yet unanswered. You will find our enemies on the river turn to ash. Destroy them in my name. Emerging from the caverns, Khalida orders her forces to march tirelessly for the Ash River. The spawn of Neferata will be undone. Got a lot of black knights with lances and barding. But I would... Oh, that venom... Yeah, we definitely want the venom staff. So that's what we're going to do. So this... The Springs of Eternal Life, I think, was like one of the main watering hole, one of the main watering holes in the desert, well, in Nehekhara, and the rebel army at one point was marching for the springs because they were basically out of water, and when they arrived, they came across a small army of Nagash's which they had to break through. So they kind of broke through with everything they had to reach the water, and when they reached it, they found that Nagash had basically despoiled the lot. The springs were everyone in Nehekhara protected the springs, and Nagash just turned that on his head by just destroying the entire thing. Nagash was a bit of a dick. Okay, I think what we want to do is probably set up an ambush, but our ambush chance isn't great.
Make way.
I think what we're going to do, let's get... Right, Ibiamus, you're setting up doing that. Then, Khalida. In your new... Oh, look at that! How cool! You see that chariot? That's neat. You are going to go and ambush, and hopefully these armies will see Ibiamus and try and take him, and then utterly fail. Public order is actually looking okay. Peter, why don't you just move up a tad? I just want to... Can we see any of the Beastie Boys? I can't. They're not there, are they? I mean, what we could do is get the... Can we do that? Oh, it's 4,000. Oh, we've got enough money. Oh, an action with a... I thought we... Didn't we knock a hole in the wall? Is that not an action?
I'm dead.
Okay, well, I guess that's fine. Lost... Do I want Lost Plateau? I think I kind of want to upgrade the Lost Plateau. Mausoleum? Do I want to do that? No, because I want my level 3 city. Plus that will protect the entrance to the valley. And that means that I'm fairly secure. I mean, yeah, if the greenskins turn on us, that'll be a bit of a problem. I've learnt a lot in the last sort of day. I've played a few campaigns as Arkan and as Katep. Just sort of playing around a bit, and I'm kind of more in the Tomb King mindset, I think. Okay, they haven't spotted us. They haven't spotted us. They haven't spotted us. They've spotted us. Uh-oh. I mean... Okay. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about this. On the other hand, they just have a lot of skeletons and they've got 2 Ushabti, but that's it. So if we can deal with them, if we can lock down the rest of their army, we should be good. If we can win this, we will utterly broken their armies. King Ibiamus and Khalida facing off against 3 enemy armies. A little bit of lag, but there are quite a few units on the field. Because of course our skeletons each have 160 units in them, or 160 models, and the enemy army is pretty much all skeleton warriors, so there's a lot of models on the battlefield here. I think I'm probably stressing my computer to the maximum at this point. Maybe I should have reduced the unit size a little bit. So, there we go, that's fine. So we've got a line of spearmen in front. We've got then the archers, and this is the what's it, Tomb Swarm ability, and it looks horrendous. Just makes me itchy just looking at it. Ugh. Never mind. There goes the flock of Jeff. All hail to Jeff. And the Screaming Skull catapult. So we've got our front line of spears. We've got some Nehekaran warriors and Tomb Guard holding the rear, so that if we get breaches in our line, we can reinforce it. Our chariots are on the right flank, along with our cavalry units, the Stalkers and Necropolis Knights. And there's Khalida in her new chariot, looking good. Well, is there any point in whipping Skeletal Horde? Does it do anything? No. Okay. Well, no. That's you just use your best judgment. Judgment call there. Our archers already picking off skeleton warriors as they approach. Despite having their shields, they are being cut down. Not many of them are going to reach our line. Fortunately for them, there's a lot more. There's their king. 2 Tomb Kings, in fact. Ibiamus is going to have his hands full. Over on the right flank, Ushabti have engaged our Tomb Guard with halberds, and Khalida's decided to come in because she does not give a shit. She's just drive me closer so I can hit him with Snecky McSneckface, my staff. Snecky McStarface. They are being reinforced by some skeleton warriors. However, our chariots are going to come in and deal with that. The enemy have reached our line. Bit of a melee has erupted. And in come our chariots. Crashing straight through there. Nice work. Our knights coming in as well. They're going to deal with those Tomb Guard. All across the front of the line. Skeleton fighting skeleton. Is there any point with them punching each other in the face? Who knows? Our Stalkers backing up some of our skeletons there. There were some Ushabti, but looks like the Stalkers have dealt with them quite easily. Chariots come careering into the back of these skeletons. That's going to make them think again. They're going to start breaking. Look at that already. We have a quick look at our line. We can see Ushabti have been spawned right in our skeleton archers. Luckily, the flock of Jeff, all hail to Jeff, and some of our own Ushabti are dealing with them. And yet more undead reinforcements pouring onto the field. Streaming Skull Catapult dealing with some of these units at range. Our left flank looks a little beleaguered. We have thrown our Nehakaran warriors into the fight because we bloody need it. The flock of Jeff have seen the problem on the left flank and are going to do their best to deal with it by pooping on the enemy, and that has left large craters in the enemy line. It looks like the enemy left flank, or their right flank even, is collapsing. That's going to free up our units over there. Our chariots are dealing with some reinforcements entering the fray. Don't particularly want to get stuck down in that combat, but the skeletons are starting to crumble. Even Khalida's come in. Khalida currently on 98 kills. Stalkers Stalkers doing amazing work there. They've just kind of sat in this melee against spearmen and have just been murdering them. 65 kills on those guys. The centre is a bit of a problem, but the enemy Tomb King is not having a good day. I think he's been spirit leeched, and IBM Moose has had a go at him at one point. He has racked up 31 kills. Where's IBM Moose? There he is. He's getting stuck in with the enemy skeletons, knocking them down left, right and centre. Good job. Our summoned unit of Ushabti have appeared in the rear of the enemy left flank. That's not going to go well for them. And one of the enemy lords is down. So 1 down, 2 to go. So I think this is their king, their king, and he only has 564 health left. You can see our Ushabti in the mix here. In comes another barrage. It's going to carve through the enemy skeletons. Ushabti just butchering everything. I mean, they've got up to 125 kills already. And the enemy king is crumbling. In comes the flock of Jeff. The flock of Jeff, all hail to Jeff, have been doing sterling work for this battle. They're not really a frontline fighter, but they've been hanging around behind the lines, giving them charges, breaking the morale. Down goes their king. That's another one down. There's just one more to go. And here he is. So, yeah, with 66% of the way there. Khalida's just made a real mess of that skeleton spearman unit just by herself. She's up to 185 kills. And our chariots are coming in to assist. The chariots have made a real mess of the enemy left flank, and their units are starting to crumble, and you can see both sides of our line now free to wrap around and engage, but you can just see the sheer number of skeletons laying shattered on the floor of the desert. So the enemy have basically lost most of their army, just the reinforcements coming in now, but army losses are going to mount against them, and those units are going to start to crumble just by themselves. Especially against the Ushabti. See, they're now crumbling. The enemy lord's going to drop dead as well. There he goes. We've won. No problem. No problem. Easy peasy. I mean, I didn't even lose that many units. Skeleton archers and some spearmen. That's it. Now, I could go for the cash, but I think I'm going to... If I get the replenishment up, we can probably push them before they can get another army up. So let's take the replenishment.
I grow in power.
We unlocked another regiment of the renowned. I think that's a tomb guard, probably a dual-wielding swords. Like the flesh-eating, skull-faced beetle whose name they bear, these dual-wielding elite tomb guard bring a new level of terror to the battlefield. And High Queen Khalida has got another skill point. I think... I mean, she was running around that battle and she didn't really take any damage, so I'm not sure I need the regeneration. I'm not 100% sure. Yes, fire weakness, minus 20. Okay, so they are weak. I mean, fire damage is, as someone said in the comments, limited in who actually uses it. So getting the fire resistance isn't actually that useful. It doesn't really do an awful lot. So, with that in mind, do I want to just go for Arrows of Asaph? Embodiment of Asaph. I mean, Stalkers and Knights. More melee attack and melee defense. Because that would give another 8. Oh, that's Stalkers but not Knights. So is this Necropolis Knights? Yeah. Okay, let's go for the embodiment of Asaph. The venom running through Khalida's veins enables her to move with the speed of a striking asp. Ooh.
Are you parched?
Okay, let's get Khalida back in the city. That's going to give her a lot of replenishment. That's nice. You lost 1 unit. And I want you to damage the walls. Oh my gee, really? Come on, guys! Fine. I guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. I think you literally just lost a spearman, so we'll get one more spearman. And you lost an archer. So let's get an archer in there. That seems fine. That's because it's global. It's going to take 2 turns. That's a bit annoying, but it's going to take 2 turns for it to replenish anyway. I mean, that's going to give them 2 turns to recover, but losing 3 armies, that's going to take a little while to recover from, in my opinion. I think Peter Andre is just going to stay there, just lay an ambush, just in case they come back. I would like another Royal Barracks. Ooh, more Stalkers would be good though. Let's go for an Ancient Battle Site. Mind you, that's 4k. I did want a Casket of Souls. Shall I get a Casket of Souls? It also gives Lord Recruit rank and unit experience for all recruits. So with that in mind, we're still a few turns away from getting another general. So maybe not that, but I mean, well, I think this might be a good one when you just go to recruit another army, because in the unit experience, plus the Casket of Skulls, plus the Lord, it's a good one to use when you're just recruiting a new general. So maybe I'll leave that one for the moment. I don't need the Grand Incantation of Kassar just yet. So we're just going to hold off just for a couple of turns. Do I actually want to build anything? I mean, it's going to use all our money, but on the other hand, what am I saving for? So okay, let's do that, and let's upgrade to the Sepulchre, and I can get rid of the Sepulchre in Karak Zorn then and build something more interesting. Okay, do I want Ibiamus to... It would be nice if we had an agent, then I could get some vision. Unfortunately, all my agents are inept and managed to kill themselves. Good job, guys. Wow. Unit capacity +2 for Tomb Scorpion. Why don't I have that guy? Stalkers plus... Oh. Jars per turn 2. I'm really hurting for jars at the moment. I have no jar. Why are all my agents crap? And why are these good? What? I went for the wrong thing. This makes me sad. Never mind. That's fine. We'll just power on through. Not an issue. It might be a little issue. I'm worried about the Beastie Boys. Where are the Beastie Boys gone? I could resettle Qatar.
Sus, attend.
Screw it. We're going to resettle Qatar. It's fine. We'll be fine in a few turns. We should be okay. Right, and Hatip has got another... finally, we can actually get some damage. So, I think I'm going to go for the Purple Sun. It's quite a powerful spell. I've not been particularly impressed with the Nehekara spells. They're not actually... Can we see spells? There we go, spell browser and the Nehekara. So a lot of these are... Now this is interesting because this augment says area. It only affects one unit as far as I'm aware. So it only affects... So it's... I mean, they are quite cheap spells though, to be fair. Because I mean, that's 4, 6, 7. So maybe that's... So all these are very sort of single area, apart from I think this one is an area hex. And this one's a vortex. But the rest of the spells are all single target, which is okay. But you get some really good buffs in like the Law of Fire. Like the Flaming Sword weapon damage, plus 25%. This is weapon damage plus 20% with 20% armor piercing. So, and the Overcast of the Law of Fire, it does, makes that an area effect. Oh, it's an area effect anyway. Augment area. So, I've not been massively impressed with the Nehekara school of magic. So I probably wouldn't actually go for it unless the agent had a good ability to use. Okay, so these guys are under siege. I don't know if that's is that the Beastie Boys or is it something different? Not sure. However, we can lay siege to Antok.
The goddess wills it.
So let's get a couple of siege towers. To be honest, if we move Khalida up, we should just be able to take the city. Yeah, I think we can also resolve that one. Oh, we can't. Oh, yeah, okay.
Arise, my legions, rise.
I don't think Khalida can reach it.
High Queen. Never.
No. Okay, well, we can take it next turn. Cast a bar. It's only got -4 public order return, and it's at 84 at the moment, so there's no issue there. Can we see what's laying siege over there?
Make way.
Just.
The living march.
Yep, it is the Beastie Boys
I have arrived.
with their 4 Cygor army.
Send the chariots.
If we're quick, we might be able to get Bagar as well, and then head up to the Spring of Eternal Life, which would be really useful. The only thing I've got to be slightly careful of is when Chaos spawns. Their army will spawn somewhere to the west. Oh well, at least I'm not the only one that critically fails. At least they've got incompetent agents as well.
This is my climate.
Destroy all.
I think we can just auto-resolve that one. Yeah, that's no problem.
The treasures.
We're just gonna... What I thought is a bit weird... So we get... I mean, the canopic jars are basically jars of internal organs, as far as I'm aware. So if we raise the city, kill everyone inside, we get 30 canopic jars. If we occupy the city, we also get 30 canopic jars. Now my question is... how? I mean, are we like taxing the populace? Like, hi guys, we're the new rulers. If you don't mind, we'll have like a lung and a kidney each, if that's alright with you. Because, I mean, you've got a spare.
Take it for me.
Sure, whatever.
Witness my eternal.
So we've taken Antok, that's now under our control. That has a desert lookout, that's fine. We've got some more money coming in. Do we need that much money? I might get rid of some of these buildings. However, Khalida is going to continue her rampage. Oh, they've got another army up, but I think we're more than capable of taking that. And there's another book of Nagash over there. Which one is that? So that is the first book. Because the army wanders around. So currently it's down there. We might be able to grab that at some point. That could be good to take.
My will be done.
And King Ibiamus. I mean, do I think you should have a skeletal steed? What level can you get a chariot? At level 14. Okay, well for the moment then, let's look at doing something different. We can, because a skeletal steed is meh, but a chariot, that's where it's at. So with that in mind, let's get you the Arrow of Asaph, because I just think that's a good ability. We're always going to have skeletons, skeleton spearmen and skeleton archers in our army. So no reason not to buff those guys up. Right, what? After constructing it in the Nehekaran Citadel building. Okay. Is that the city defences for a large city? No. Ah, here we go. So, Tomb King citadels dominate the landscape of the desert, fixed and imposing among the ever-shifting sands. So it's basically a if you've got like a stronghold, it's a good place to have it. It would be nice to get some royal burial chambers because they generate canopic jars. I kind of need those at the moment because I found like with my Katep campaign, we were generating jars left, right, and centre. With Khalida, not so much. If I had 20, I could get these Nehekaran warriors. Still only the Shield of Petra we can craft there. And a Potion of Speed, potentially. What does... I don't think Ibiamus has anything, do you?
Find my harem.
Oh, you've got an inscribed capiche. Or kebab. Fine. Yeah, well... I mean, what about Peter Andre? Peter Andre doesn't have anything, so... Maybe we should give... What? Scroll shielding. Okay, yeah. So, maybe we should give Peter Andre a enchanted lapis mace. Bonus first large, weapon strength in overmatch. I mean, that... Let's do that. Nice. Very nice indeed. And then King Peter Andre can have that. There we go. So he's at least got a weapon on him, which is good. I don't think did I give you the... I did not give you the scroll of shielding. Okay, you've got now got the scroll of shielding. That seems good. We could upgrade. We could upgrade this. I kind of feel like, I mean, Granite Massif is kind of far behind our lines, but on the other hand, you can never be too careful. So we'll probably do that. Oh, I want to check what the special building at Qatar is, because it does look like there is a special building. It might just be the... No, it's... Well, no, we'll have a look in our turn, and I'm going to have to defeat that army. But Bagar won't have much of a garrison, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So Bagar, if I remember, was the... It was a bunch of sort of raiders and nomads. So they were like really good horsemen. And raiders and skirmishers. They were also very, very good at getting through the desert and using it to elude their enemies.
Strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord. The wisest amongst them will know that
Dasket is
fate
back.
on your
Good,
side.
that's nice.
I have
They want us to be at war with Numus now. Maybe. And before the asp can strike, it must coil, tensing its body for the inevitable attack. Khalida should ready her empire in the same way. Her followers must coil, creating a solid foundation for the imminent attack. Imminent. That's that word. That's a word. Alright, what is the special building here? The Pyramid of King Far. The monument, much like the man himself, is defiant against the otherwise unstoppable march of Cetra's armies. So that's going to give us income faction-wide, canopic jars, public order, and winds of magic, which is, I mean, that is pretty nice. That's going to be at level 3, so we can't build it right at this moment. I think we'll get an obelisk first, because public order is going to be crap. So let's do that.
Servant fails me.
Okay, that army, they've got you have an Oshabti building there, don't you?
Son of Nehekara.
Yes. Last time you didn't do so good, did you, Desket? In fact, you failed phenomenally. So I'm not overly. Oh, hello.
I forbid this. Do not betray your king.
Okay, they won't reinforce. Now, I kind of feel like we should be able to deal with this even without Ibiamus in support.
My glory.
So I think what Ibiamus might do... How's public order here? Public order is fine. We could go up and get the Springs of Eternal Life. Like, give them 0 time to prepare. So we're going to send Ibiamus up there. He's going to head for the Springs of Eternal Life. And then we are going to hit Bagar.
Kill all.
I mean, 3 Ushabti. That's fine. We got this. No problem. However, it's going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode.